All right. Hello. Welcome to Brunch, the Brunch Ladies of Conshy Consignment, episode 28. And as you can see today, we are a brunch lady and a brunch man. So we are lucky enough to be joined by Nick. You may know him of Nick's Picks from our Resale Therapy events, but he is more importantly Molly's husband.
Hey, everybody. Good morning. Glad to be here.
Yeah, this is so exciting. So happy to have you. You are such a behind the scenes kind of guy, and just I want to know all about what goes on behind the scenes, and I know some of our viewers do too.
Sure.
Because I mean, you do so many things in such a supportive way, and it comes across in a lot of our events and podcasts. First and foremost, you are the bartender.
That's true.
That was your initial claim to fame.
Have to always have the cocktail for the brunch ladies. So do you have your cocktail this morning, Libby?
I do, and I made it because I did not want to disappoint. It is just a Bloody Mary with lime juice because you taught me that. And I have a separate plate with an olive on it because I couldn't disappoint my mother.
Oh, fantastic.
I couldn't figure out how to put it in my drink without poking my eye out when I went to drink, you know, too many things. So I have it separate here. And what do you have?
So I have a straw, first of all, for my chocolate banana Kahlua frozen drink.
Oh, it's non-virgin. All right. Molly's away, the brunch man must play. Oh, wait, she's on.
She is.
She's watching.
The straw does not work well, so we're going to.
All right, we're going to do away with that. We're going to do away with that. All right, love the Hawaiian shirt. My hubby wears them all year long too. Paula says, awesome.
Oh, fantastic, Paula! You know what? They're so comfortable and just casual. You can kind of dress them up. I love them, and they're even if they're a little heavier, they still have that lightweight feel, and let all the air flow through to keep us big guys comfortable. That's right.
So I noticed. So you do once. We're going to say once a quarter, maybe a little more often than that, when we do our Resale Therapy sale live on Facebook on Thursday nights. You do a segment called Nick's Picks. So tell us a little bit about that. And I know it ties into the Hawaiian shirts.
Sure. So several months back, Molly was had a number of tasks on her plate, which is not infrequent in what you guys do. And she was asked me if I would help pick out some items for that upcoming Resale Therapy. I said sure, but you got to give me credit for it. Come on. And so they said okay. And she's always got creative ways to name things and brand things. She goes, all right, fine, this is easy. This will be Nick's Picks for Resale Therapy. I picked them out, and we played it up a little bit. And I think your regular Thursday evening Resale Therapy attendees enjoyed it and played up on it. And I came on camera a bit for that one.
Yeah. And you have a fan base now, whether you realize it or not. Nick has a fan base, which is why we have you on here today.
Apparently so. Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah. Usually you're the behind the scenes. So, my mom's here. She says hi. Jane here.
Hey, Jane. How are you?
In Atlantic City. I'm hoping she has some olives in her Bloody Mary this morning.
Oh, well, I would hope so, especially if she's in Atlantic City.
She was worried she wasn't going to make it to Brunch Ladies. And all right, let's see. Paula says, always watching for a 2XL tall in Hawaiian shirts. You bet, Nick. All right.
I will keep an eye out for it.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye out for you, Paula. Definitely.
And we got the olive comment. I guess that means she's imbibing and enjoying some olives in her Bloody Marys this morning.
Oh, fantastic.
So, so you did a lot of Hawaiian shirts this past Nick's Pick. And
yes. So we came across a fairly good size sourcing of Hawaiian shirts and men's polo shirts. Most of them, and they're just all really fun. Of course, I've got one of them. The blue one sitting behind me was one of the ones that we had.
Oh, yeah.
I love that one. The other one that I really love, and I wish this was in my size, is this one.
That's the one I love.
If this was in my size, I'd be wearing it right now, and it would not have been involved in resale therapy.
What size was that one you just showed?
That one that I just showed is an extra large, yeah, and I'm a large.
Love that.
So, the Hawaiian shirt already fits a little big, so it's very difficult to go up in a size on that, because then you feel like you're swimming in it.
Yeah. So, all right, what came first? We know you're a big cruise guy. You love cruises. What came first, the Hawaiian shirt or the cruise obsession?
Well, the cruises came. The cruises came first, but in a long time ago, when I was living, before we even moved to the Philadelphia area and met you, I was a retail store manager for a rent-to-own furniture company that took all of its managers and spouses on a cruise each year. They dubbed it the annual manager meeting, and we did have about 4 hours worth of meetings during the week on the cruise ship. But that's where we first started cruising together. So we did 3, and it was back in the early 2000s. And then a few years ago, we decided we were going to do a big family vacation, and kind of threw it out there for Cal. Gave him a couple options. It can be very dangerous when you give children the option of what vacation to choose. We had limited it to a couple things that we wanted to do. One was to drive across country. The other was to go on a cruise. He wanted nothing to do with us in a car for that many days as a 16-year-old. So we
can understand that.
Opted to go on the cruise. And at that point in time, I was like, you know what? I've got a couple hanging back in the closet that I just haven't worn in a while. I need to add a few more so that when I'm on the ship, it'll be nice and comfortable. So probably the cruise came first, and then the shirts. But yeah, now we're going in 2 weeks from today. So
I know. I was teasing Molly about all the Hawaiian shirts and Resale Therapy. I'm like, Nick is getting cruise ready, and he wants to get everybody else cruise ready too. Oh my gosh.
That's right.
Oh, my mom said, so her friend Bernie is driving and drinking a virgin Bloody Mary. I guess they're on their way. They haven't arrived in AC yet. So good to know. Good to know. And also, let me miss a show and lose tracks. Yeah, Resale Therapy can be pretty fast and furious. And
it is.
Paula has the nickname of Quick Fingers, because when she's on there, she usually gets what she wants first.
It's been fun to see you guys grow Resale Therapy. I remember the first several ones that you did where you might have had, I think it was like maybe 5, maybe 7 people in there. And now, that's doubled and tripled. And I think I saw the counter go over 20 on one of the recent ones. I was like, woohoo, and it's, it's growing. And you can definitely see how, it's providing a really cool option for shopping for the family and friends of Conshy Consignment.
It's been neat to be able to present those items, because a lot of times, even my cousins would be like, I didn't see you had that. You had that? Or, how do I? So it gives us the opportunity to present those items and show people what we have in a fun, interactive sort of way. And we're gearing up for the holidays. We're going to be showing a lot of new tags, things that are giftable at great prices, and get them shipped out before the holiday rush. So this coming week, I don't know if Molly has told you.
I heard you have a very cool event coming up for this Thursday.
Yeah. So we're doing everything Resale Therapy on Facebook, $9, free shipping, flat rate, and we're just going to be showing a bunch of items, and they're all going to be $9. So you don't have to worry about. We're going to do it a little quicker, a little faster, more furious, and at really, really good prices. So we're going to have some jewelry, awesome. Some handbags, some clothes. We're really going to make it a lot of fun.
Oh, that's great.
Hopefully it is fun for us too. I don't know if it's going to be.
You might be deciding that that's a very rare event. Is what you're saying.
I think Molly and I always have so much fun at Resale Therapy. We're always like, oh, it's so much work to get ready and do it. And you get a little nervous because you're going to be on camera and you're trying to like just, get yourself together. And every time we do it, we're like, this is so much fun. We need to do it more.
Well,
and when you're involved, it's even more fun.
Yeah, but I can tell that if I'm not actively involved in it, and I'm elsewhere, out of the house, or even if I'm just in a different part of the house, but I've got it on, I can always tell you guys are having so much fun with that, and I think that's really cool.
It is. It is so fun. Let's see what Paula says. Great prices, telling friends to. She said shop, but I'm sure she means.
Well, she's from Texas, so maybe there's something there to the shop. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, so fun. So what I really feel like people want to know about the man behind the woman, because Molly has been, the face of it, but you do so much to be supportive behind the scenes. I mean, you have a full-time job in banking, but you really I feel like, maybe I'm wrong, correct me, that this is almost your hobby, is to like be supportive and, help Molly with, you guys do thrifting together, you do consigning together, you do listing together. You really are doing a lot of the behind the scenes and just being a great support. So tell us about that.
Well, thanks. I obviously, to me, a partnership of, husband and wife is to do things together, and, you try to do things that you each enjoy, and she's very supportive of the things that, I may enjoy outside of, what we do for Resale Therapy and Conshy Consignment and the support I provide there. But to me, it's kind of like, it's my quote unquote side gig. I can, when I get off work, I can kind of pop in and be like, okay, what's next? What can I do now to help? Where I really have to be careful, though, is not to try to overwhelm with that, because I get excited about it and I want to get going and doing it. But I also have to step back in my mind and put myself in Molly's shoes of, okay, I just got off work as a banker, and now I'm ready to go with Conshy Consignment, listing and all this. Molly's been doing Conshy Consignment and listing all day long already. Yeah. And so it's trying to find a really good balance of what works for the two of us, so that I don't overwhelm her, because she has to have downtime from it. And, I can't just come in and take over. That's not being supportive. So I just try to, when she needs the help, she also, schedules her time using a very organized calendar. And some of those days on the calendar, she'll give herself her me time during the middle of the day, knowing that, okay, I'm going to pull Nick in the evening, and we block that time together, whether it be Monday or Tuesday, so that we can kind of prepare things for Resale Therapy for her on Thursday to make it a little easier. And then, of course, the weekends, Molly loves to shop. And, if I'm not watching some sporting event or working away in the yard, which are, two of my passions around the house, then I'm more than willing to go out and try to find a good deal with her.
That's so fun, the way you guys make it work. And it sounds like it's ever changing. Now, you've made a pretty big sacrifice. I'm going to say sacrifice. Maybe you don't look at it that way. About Molly recently did. We talked a lot about the 2 estates she did. So your house and garage are filled with, as she goes through and as you guys list these things and research them, your house is really filled with a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, it is. But, on the flip side, we're empty nesters. Our son is a junior in college. He's living off campus and, has a job and went to, did summer classes last summer. So he's really not living under our roof. So we've got a little extra space with that. But yes, we do have a lot of stuff. That's
well, it's good you can roll with that. A lot of people
through. But it gives us an opportunity to to see it and have it be top of mind to be able to attack those items.
Yeah. That's great. That's great. I mean, you guys are so inspirational, and just the way you make things work is wonderful. I think you should teach a class on it. What do you think?
You know what?
I'm a reseller spouse.
I don't know that I'm a. You might throw me in as a case study. I don't know that I'm the teacher of that. Most everything that I've learned, I've picked up from others along the way. And to me, it just starts with being positive in what you do and finding what you enjoy. And I know that Molly certainly enjoys working with you and doing what she does with Conshy Consignment. And that goes a long way to making her a happy person. I enjoy what I do, and I find happiness in that. And then together we find happiness in each other and the things we get to do, whether it's, doing some consignment stuff together or going on a cruise or whatever it is we're going to do that's in front of us. We always try to find the happiness in it and, choose to be happy. That's important.
That's amazing. There's so much intersection. So Molly does a lot of social media. She does most of the social media, probably like 95% of the social media for Conshy Consignment. And it's such a weird space to be in, I think, social media, because there is some intersection of personal and, like, right now we're on here kind of talking about our lives, but it's, through Conshy Consignment. So there's a lot of intersection between personal and business. And I appreciate your willingness to be on here and to talk about your lives and Molly's as well, because it's kind of a weird space to be in. Like, sometimes you don't know exactly where that line is. Like, what do I share? What don't I share?
Sure.
And we've had such a great community response to the sharing. And I feel like the people out there that listen and participate, I mean, some of them are our actual family, and some of them are a Conshy family, our friends.
Yeah.
So do you find any challenges with that?
I guess I don't, because I don't see the everyday action she goes through with that mindset and that aspect of dealing with the social media and putting things out there. She's the content that I see that you guys put out, whether it be just through the daily social media posts on Facebook or Instagram, your weekly podcast that you guys do. I know that's quite slightly separate with consignment chats, but that is amazing. And just the connections that you guys have been able to make, and not just over the past year that she's been getting back to working with you, but since you started Conshy Consignment way back in, Conshohocken and, the old florist shop, which was always fun to swing by and see you guys working side by side there.
And you also did some work in there. You were part of our delivery team on quite a few occasions, delivery and pickup by Nick.
Yeah. Okay.
You were. I mean, you definitely were. And you had experience.
I remember a couple times when I felt like I almost bit the dust on some of those deliveries.
It was good you had the experience with the rental company and the furniture. I mean, that was really invaluable in the beginning. We probably did, maybe we did a little more furniture when we were in the store. So there was a lot of moving. It was nice to be able to offer
There were
a
a lot of big
delivery service
pieces
and things like that.
when you were in the store. You know, I know
Yeah.
you do. I know you still do some furniture with some of the refab stuff that you
Oh,
do,
yeah.
and you know,
Yeah.
you've got side tables and end tables and things like that. But
Mhm.
there were some pretty big armoires that and couches that we ended up.
There is a
moving.
really one that sticks out in my mind, and it was probably the same one that is sticking in your minds.
Yeah.
It's the cherry, the solid cherry. It was like a filing cabinet armoire that weighed
Yeah,
about
it weighed
300
about
pounds.
450 to 500 pounds. It
Oh,
was
okay. Yeah.
brutal.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, lesson learned, right? Never again.
Right. Yeah,
Lesson
and
learned.
there's an advantage to us being in North Carolina now than you in Pennsylvania as far as that goes. I don't have to do
Yeah,
any more
some
of
things
these
you learn
furniture
on the
deliveries.
fly. And that was one of them. Yes, that is not something that we would want to do. I mean, we did it, we accomplished it, but not something we're going to do again. Not something we're
Yeah.
going to do again. What Paula says, I'm going to read some of the comments. What a great team, Molly and Nick. Awesome. The house is full of money waiting to be made. Love the companionship and togetherness. Priceless. Now, Paula and her hubby, I believe, work together as well.
Mhm.
So coming from her, that is
That's what
really
I
cool.
understand that as well. And Molly's given me a little background on Paula, and
Yeah.
had some interactive chats with Paula on Resale Therapy, and certainly enjoy it. Paula, thanks for the comments and the support. Love you guys.
That's so great. You guys have definitely given me like hashtag relationship goals, you know? It is possible. It is out there someplace. So it's really, really nice to see and very encouraging. Conshy Consignment is really like extended family after after you settle in with you all.
Just wait, Paula. You'll be kicking us out in a couple days.
Oh, thanks, Paula. We love you, Molly says. Let's see. Paula says, 3 cheers for Nick. Go, Nick, go, Nick, go, Nick, go. I know.
Too much.
Your hat's not going to fit through the door.
I know.
How are you going to get out of Molly's office there?
I'm going to have some big problems. I need to find a very big knitting needle or pin to deflate my head here. Boy.
Before we actually went on, when we were in the little green room before we went live, I said to Nick, I was a little like anxious, maybe. I don't know if that's the right word, but so Molly is the talker, she is the moderator, she is the glue. And Nick and I are very similar in the way that we are very terse with our words. Not much a small talker. It's not. And I was like, this is going to be interesting because Molly's always the one that keeps the conversation flowing, and she just has that talent, and it's wonderful. But I think we're doing okay,
Well,
Nick.
I think you're doing a pretty good job. I think maybe you let a little bit of her rub off on you. I think you've done a pretty good job.
I'm trying to channel Molly today. I'm really, really trying. Yeah.
You're doing great.
Good. All right. Well, do you have anything else that we should talk about today?
Oh, gosh, I don't know. We talked about upcoming resale therapy for your $9 customer appreciation special, which I think is really cool, really exciting.
What about, do you have anything planned for the next Nick's picks, which will probably be sometime in the fourth quarter?
I do not yet, but
all right,
I would tell your viewers to, Christmas is coming, or the holiday season is coming, and working in banking, I do know that it's the supply chain disruptions are not just through retail; they are through industrial manufacturing all across the board. So it really is. As you read in the newspaper and you hear online, it really is going to be a challenge if people wait until December to be shopping for their loved ones for gifts for the holidays. So, get out early, come to the Resale Therapy, come to, check out Conshy Consignment online, and get your shopping done now, and we'll see what we can throw out there early in Q4 for some of those holiday
I
shoppers.
can't wait to see what you pick. You've already had some requests, and it's surprising, but a lot of the requests are on menswear. So
Well,
surprising,
yes, but
pick out.
well, oh boy, I know. It's going to be. They're all going to be wearing what I would be wearing.
There'll be a bunch of Nicks.
According to Paula, works because it might be a Hawaiian shirt.
Oh my gosh! So, I think I maybe even forgot to tell Molly this. So my parents own a retail a hair salon, and they have for many, many years. And years ago, they put one of those electronic billboards that they can change the sign and do all that. So for the first time, we put Conshy Consignment up. I think 3 or 4 weeks ago, they put a little Conshy Consignment ad up. And cool. I think you might be getting so popular that we might have to do like a little Nick's Picks ad on the electronic billboard. I don't know. What do you think?
Sure.
I think we might have to advertise it.
Sure, you might have to. Speaking of which, I need to come back to your mom for a little more product because I almost ran out in preparing for today's show.
All right, Mom, when you're listening to this, I don't know, she might have lost connection in the car, but when you're listening to this, Nick needs a little hookup with that hair product. You recommend it, and we'll get that to you.
Cool.
All right. Well, I think that sums up our episode. What was it? 28. I hope I didn't say 38 at the beginning because it was definitely it's episode 28. Yeah, I can't believe we've been doing this for 28 weeks.
That's over 6 months. You guys have been doing this, and I know at times it's hey, somebody's here, somebody's there. Not always necessarily in your normal spot, but I think it's really cool that you keep it going. And thanks for letting me sit in today. It was enjoyable.
Well, it was our honor, honestly, to see the man behind the woman, and more than just your arm reaching a hanger over during resale therapy. So thank you so much. And we will hopefully have you back on as more than like an arm handing a hanger over. And it was so much fun talking to you and learning everything. So, all right. Let me add in Paula's thing. I will be looking, Nick. All right. So she's going to be watching for Nick's Picks on Resale Therapy. And we'll see you guys. Bye.
See you all later.